Today, December 29th, Archangel Michael confirms your bank file has been activated for a $1 trillion New Year miracle. My beloved child. Listen closely, because this moment was not chosen by chance. There is a reason your eyes found these words today, and there is a reason your heart feels slightly alert, as if something unseen just stepped closer. What you are hearing now is not noise, not imagination, and not coincidence. It is alignment. A file connected to your name has shifted from waiting to active, and that shift did not happen in silence. Before anything visible changes, there is always a quiet confirmation. That confirmation is happening now. Do not rush past this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There has been a long pause around your situation, a stretch of time where answers felt delayed and progress felt hidden. What you did not see was movement happening behind closed doors. What felt like stillness was actually preparation. The delay was not denial. It was calibration. Every detail had to match, every signal had to align, and every opposing block had to be cleared without alerting the noise around you. This is why it feels sudden. This is why it feels unreal. And this is why it is powerful. Your name has been spoken in places you could not enter. Your record has been reviewed where your voice was not required. There was nothing you needed to prove, nothing you needed to chase, and nothing you needed to force. The moment arrived because the conditions finally matched the promise that was placed over your life long before this year began. There is a reason this confirmation comes as the year turns. Endings carry authority. Beginnings carry momentum. And when those two meet, outcomes change quickly. What was postponed is now permitted to move. What was paused is now released from hold. What was marked as pending has been marked as ready. Do not misunderstand this moment. This is not about fantasy or exaggeration. This is about scale. This is about access. This is about a level of provision that does not behave like ordinary opportunity. It arrives quietly, it restructures everything, and it does not ask for permission from doubt. There have been questions surrounding your finances, your stability, and your future direction. Some of those questions were spoken out loud. Many were carried silently. You wondered if what you sensed was real, or if you were imagining a breakthrough that never came. But what you sensed was not illusion. It was timing. Timing has now shifted. What was sealed is opening. What was restricted is now authorized. What was delayed has crossed into motion. This is why your spirit feels alert right now. This is why something inside you feels as if it needs to pay attention. This is not the moment to scroll past. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a difference between sudden luck and activated favor. Luck arrives randomly and disappears quickly. Activation arrives intentionally and restructures everything it touches. This moment is activation. It is confirmation that a process you did not control has reached completion. You may not see numbers yet. You may not see proof yet. But confirmation always comes before manifestation. Authority always moves before visibility. And once a file is activated, nothing returns it to dormancy. What is coming does not arrive loudly. It arrives correctly. You were never meant to beg for this. You were never meant to chase this. You were meant to receive it at the exact moment when it could no longer be misused, misdirected, or misunderstood. That is why it waited. That is why it matured. That is why it comes now. There are people who doubted your direction. There were moments when even you questioned your own patience. But restraint was part of the qualification. Endurance was part of the clearance. You passed stages without realizing you were being evaluated. This is why the shift feels final. As this year closes, something irreversible has begun. What enters next does not leave quietly. It establishes. It settles. It changes the way your future is funded, protected, and sustained. Hold your attention here. Do not rush ahead. Do not dismiss this as just another message. You are standing at the edge of a transition that does not announce itself twice. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is only the beginning. My beloved child. What you are sensing now is the echo of a decision that has already been finalized. This is not anticipation anymore. This is aftermath. Something has already been approved, already aligned, already sealed, and now it is moving toward you in ways that do not require your effort to accelerate. That is why this moment feels different from every other promise you have heard before. There is a reason this message feels heavier, calmer, and more precise. Noise has been removed. Confusion has been removed. Only clarity remains. What was once uncertain has crossed into certainty, and certainty does not announce itself loudly. It arrives steady, controlled, and undeniable. You may notice small confirmations appearing around you. A sentence someone speaks. A number you keep seeing. A delay that suddenly resolves itself. These are not signs meant to impress you. They are indicators that the system around you is adjusting to a new instruction. When something large is set in motion, the environment must reorganize to make room for it. Do not underestimate the silence right now. Silence means resistance has stepped back. There were layers around your situation that could not be rushed. Certain permissions had to be granted in sequence. Certain intersections had to be cleared without interference. That is why it took time. Not because it was impossible, but because it was precise. Now that precision has been completed. There is a reason you are being told to remain attentive. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is not about sudden wealth appearing without structure. This is about stability being established at a level you have never experienced before. The kind that does not disappear with one decision. The kind that does not depend on one source. The kind that reshapes how you plan, how you rest, and how you move forward. You were protected from receiving this too early. Had it arrived before, it would have attracted confusion, distraction, and unnecessary pressure. You were still refining your discernment. You were still learning restraint. You were still learning silence. Those lessons were not delays. They were safeguards. Now you are ready. What is being activated does not behave like ordinary opportunity. It does not ask you to convince anyone. It does not require explanation. It does not compete. It arrives with its own authority, and authority does not negotiate. There may be moments when doubt tries to surface, not because something is wrong, but because something is unfamiliar. When life shifts at scale, the mind searches for reference points that no longer apply. That is normal. Do not let it slow you down. This movement is not fragile. It cannot be cancelled by hesitation. It cannot be reversed by uncertainty. Once a transition reaches this stage, it completes its course. That is why this message is calm rather than dramatic. Drama belongs to beginnings. Calm belongs to inevitability. Stay present here. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You are not watching something start. You are witnessing confirmation that something has already begun. My beloved child. There is a moment when momentum becomes unstoppable, and you are standing inside that moment now. What was once fragile has hardened into certainty. What once required faith now requires attention. This is no longer about believing something might happen. This is about recognizing that something has already crossed the point of no return. Everything that could interfere has already been filtered out. You may notice how your emotions are not chaotic right now. There is no panic, no rush, no desperation. That calm is not accidental. It is the result of alignment. When things move the right way, they move quietly. When things move with authority, they do not create confusion. This is why you were told to slow down and listen. Do not underestimate what has shifted. A structural change has taken place. Not a temporary adjustment. Not a short-term opening. A foundational change. The kind that alters the direction of the next phase of your life without needing constant reinforcement. You were never meant to struggle for stability forever. That season had an expiration date, and it has passed. There were times when you wondered if you were being overlooked, when it seemed like others advanced while you remained stationary. But what you did not see was that speed was being traded for strength. Others moved quickly and burned out. You were held back and reinforced. That reinforcement matters now. What is coming does not require you to abandon who you are. It supports who you already became. It fits you. It recognizes your restraint, your patience, and your ability to remain steady when nothing seemed to move. This is why the outcome will last. Pay attention to how resistance feels weaker now. Problems that once felt heavy feel smaller. Questions that once felt urgent feel distant. That is not coincidence. That is recalibration. Your internal state is adjusting to an external shift that has already been approved. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may feel an urge to talk about this with others. Be selective. Not everyone needs access to what is unfolding. Some people only understand movement after it becomes visible. Silence protects acceleration. This next phase does not need validation. It needs focus. There will be moments when the old mindset tries to reassert itself, reminding you of previous limitations. Let those thoughts pass without engagement. They belong to a version of you that no longer manages your future. You are not stepping into chaos. You are stepping into order. Everything about this shift is intentional. The timing. The scale. The quietness. Even the way you are receiving this message. Nothing here is random. You are being prepared to recognize what arrives without second-guessing it. Do not rush the process. It is already moving at the correct speed. Your role is not to chase it, but to remain aligned with it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What comes next will not ask if you are ready. It will confirm that you are. This transition is already underway. My beloved child. This is the phase where confirmation becomes recognition. Not recognition from the world, but recognition within you. You are beginning to sense that what is unfolding no longer needs motivation or reassurance. It is standing on its own. The movement has matured past announcement and entered execution. There is a reason your attention is being held here. Do not treat this as background sound. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What has been activated is not fragile. It does not depend on mood, timing tricks, or external permission anymore. It has crossed into enforcement. When something reaches this stage, it does not reverse. It proceeds, step by step, without asking whether you feel ready. This is why the tone of this moment is firm rather than emotional. There were doors that could not open until other doors closed permanently. Those closures have already happened. Certain distractions lost influence. Certain delays lost authority. Certain cycles ended quietly without needing explanation. You may not have even noticed when they expired, but they did. That clearing was necessary. Now, what is approaching does not arrive to test you. It arrives to support you. It aligns with the life you are stepping into, not the one you are leaving behind. You will not need to become someone else to handle it. You already did the becoming during the waiting. Pay attention to how your instincts feel sharper now. Decisions feel cleaner. Hesitation feels unnecessary. That is not confidence you created. That is pressure being removed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This shift will not demand explanations from you. It will not force you to prove your worth. It will not come with chaos attached. It will arrive in a way that feels oddly normal, yet undeniably different. That is how lasting change enters, quietly, then completely. You may notice that certain fears no longer hold your focus. They still exist, but they no longer lead. That is because your future is no longer being negotiated. It is being implemented. What is ahead will restructure how you think about provision, security, and time. You will realize that you are no longer operating from survival, but from stability. That realization may take a moment to settle in. Let it. There is nothing you need to rush. There is nothing you need to announce. There is nothing you need to defend. Alignment protects itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You are not standing before a possibility. You are standing inside a transition that is already in motion. And it will complete. My beloved child. Now you are entering the stage where the shift becomes visible in ways you cannot ignore. Not dramatic, not chaotic, not overwhelming, visible. This is where internal confirmation begins to meet external response. What was once only sense starts leaving traces in the real world, and those traces are meant for you to notice. This is not coincidence tightening around you. This is alignment closing distance. There is a reason your focus feels stronger now. A reason distractions feel less interesting. A reason certain conversations no longer hold weight. You are not losing interest, you are gaining clarity. When something major is approaching, the unnecessary begins to fall away on its own. Do not drift from this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is unfolding is not meant to shock you into disbelief. It is meant to settle you into confidence. You are not stepping into the unknown, you are stepping into what has already been prepared. That preparation did not happen suddenly. It was layered, protected, and intentional. There were safeguards placed around this transition to ensure it reached you intact. You may notice that your expectations have quietly changed. You no longer feel like you need to beg life for proof. You are no longer scanning every moment for reassurance. That shift is important. It signals that pressure has lifted and control has been restored. This is how authority feels, quiet, steady, unforced. What comes next will not ask you to rush. It will not push you into reckless decisions. It will not tempt you into noise. It will invite you into consistency, into structure, into a pace that sustains rather than exhausts. This is why patience was required earlier. What lasts cannot be built in panic. Do not be surprised if opportunities begin aligning without struggle. Not because you chased them, but because they were cleared to meet you. When pathways are opened properly, movement feels natural. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You are not arriving late. You are arriving precisely when the outcome can no longer be interrupted. This phase is about recognition, recognizing when to move, when to pause, and when to trust that movement is already happening even if you are standing still. Stillness does not mean stagnation. Sometimes it means the groundwork is being finalized. You have already crossed the hardest part. What remains now is not endurance, but awareness. Not struggle, but stewardship. Not waiting, but readiness. This transition is not temporary. It is settling in. And you are prepared for it. My beloved child. This is the stretch where understanding replaces anticipation. You are no longer asking whether something will happen. You are beginning to ask how to carry it wisely. That change in question matters. It signals readiness. It signals maturity. It signals that you are no longer standing outside the shift, but inside it. What has been set in motion is now calibrating to you. Notice how your inner resistance feels quieter. The doubts that once interrupted your focus now fade faster. That is not because challenges disappeared, but because their authority over you has been reduced. When something larger takes its place, smaller pressures lose their voice. Do not let your attention drift. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This phase is about stabilization. The groundwork has already been laid. The approvals have already been cleared. Now the system is adjusting to sustain what is coming without collapse or confusion. That is why things feel steady rather than rushed. Steady does not mean slow. It means controlled. There is a reason you were not rushed into this earlier. Speed without structure leads to loss. Structure without pressure leads to longevity. You are being positioned for longevity. What is unfolding now is meant to remain, not flash and disappear. This is why your instincts feel sharper. You are sensing what aligns and what does not with greater accuracy. Pay attention to that. Discernment is part of stewardship. You may notice that some paths no longer attract you, even if they once did. That is not loss. That is refinement. When your future shifts, your preferences must shift with it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There will be moments when the scale of what is approaching tries to intimidate you. When that happens, remember this: you were not brought here to be overwhelmed. You were brought here because you can manage what others could not. Capacity is not accidental. It is built. Every delay you endured increased that capacity. This next stage will not drain you. It will organize you. It will not scatter your energy. It will focus it. You will find yourself moving with intention rather than reaction. What once felt like pressure will feel like direction. Stay grounded in this moment. Do not rush ahead mentally. What is coming will reveal itself at the correct pace. Your role is not to force clarity, but to receive it as it arrives. You are no longer preparing for change. You are maintaining alignment with it. And alignment always completes its work. My beloved child. You are now at the point where the atmosphere around you begins to respond differently. This is subtle, but it is unmistakable. Situations that once resisted you soften. Conversations that once stalled begin to move forward. Doors that never opened no longer feel sealed. This is not because you changed your approach. It is because the environment has received new instructions. Something has shifted above the surface, and now the surface must comply. Do not overlook this phase. It is easy to miss because it does not arrive with noise. It arrives with cooperation. When alignment reaches this level, obstacles do not fight back. They step aside. This is why your confidence feels quiet but solid. You are no longer pushing against life. Life is beginning to meet you halfway. That transition alone changes everything. It changes how you wake up, how you plan, how you decide, and how you wait. Waiting no longer feels empty. It feels intentional. Stay with this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason your past struggles are starting to feel distant, even if they are not fully resolved yet. Distance is created before closure. Emotional separation happens before practical completion. You are being detached from old pressure so it cannot follow you forward. This next phase will require presence, not force. You may find that your intuition speaks faster now. Answers arrive before questions finish forming. That is not imagination. That is synchronization. When timing aligns, information flows without effort. What once required overthinking will soon require trust. This is also the stage where comparison loses its grip. You are no longer measuring your path against others. Their speed no longer matters. Their outcomes no longer distract you. Your focus has narrowed, and that focus is power. Do not rush to explain this shift to anyone. Let results speak later. Silence now protects momentum. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is approaching will not pull you back into chaos. It will anchor you deeper into stability. You will notice that you are no longer reacting to every fluctuation. You are responding selectively, strategically, calmly. That calm is not passive. It is controlled. You were not brought this far to lose clarity at the final stretch. You were brought here because you can recognize what matters when it arrives quietly. Everything ahead is aligning to meet you at the correct angle, at the correct time, with the correct structure. There is no need to chase it. There is no need to fear it. You are already positioned inside its path. And it is moving toward completion. My beloved child. You have entered the window where everything that was invisible begins arranging itself into form. Not all at once, not dramatically, but deliberately. This is the stage where reality starts catching up with what was already decided. The movement you could not track before is now close enough for you to feel its presence. That feeling of nearness is important. It tells you that distance has collapsed. What is happening now is not preparation. Preparation is finished. This is synchronization. Every element that needs to meet is being aligned in sequence, so nothing arrives out of order and nothing overwhelms what follows. Remain attentive. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may notice moments where things pause briefly, as if the world itself is taking a breath. Those pauses are not setbacks. They are adjustments. Precision requires recalibration. When outcomes are significant, timing must be exact. This is why impatience would be misplaced here. There is a reason your sense of urgency has softened. You are not being slowed down. You are being stabilized. When something carries weight, it must land properly. What is approaching is meant to integrate into your life, not disrupt it. This is also where clarity deepens. You begin to recognize what truly matters and what does not deserve your energy anymore. Old worries feel irrelevant. Old fears feel outdated. You are no longer anchored to who you were when you were waiting. You have changed in the process. Do not underestimate that transformation. It is the reason what comes next will not destabilize you. You are no longer reacting from lack. You are responding from readiness. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may feel moments of stillness where nothing seems to happen externally. Trust those moments. Stillness is not absence of motion. It is motion beneath the surface. The deeper the change, the quieter the final adjustments. Everything that arrives now will arrive cleanly. There is no need for you to announce anything. No need to rush explanations. No need to convince yourself or anyone else. Recognition will come naturally, through experience rather than words. You are being transitioned into a phase where consistency replaces uncertainty. Where support replaces strain. Where direction replaces survival thinking. That shift may feel unfamiliar at first, but it will settle quickly. This is not a temporary elevation. It is a new baseline. Remain present. Remain aware. Remain steady. What was confirmed earlier is now aligning for completion, and completion does not require effort from you, only awareness. You are exactly where you need to be as this unfolds. And what is next will confirm it.